First of all, I appreciate you guys coming out, giving you guys this time.
For sure,
But yeah, so I asked for the definition. So you guys got a thing called Homebound, and I asked for the definition of it over text.
Yeah.
And you answered, Homebound uses music as a tool to build community, support local culture, making lasting impact, especially for those who are often overlooked.
Yeah, for sure.
That's beautiful, bro. So what? Because I know that like everything, it starts with an idea in your head, and an idea may be shared with close friends like y'all, right?
Yeah.
So how did that push get outwards to the public, to where you guys are like, okay, I'm gonna go bring this idea to my community, to my people?
We just did it. Honestly, it was more just because we go to the gym a lot together, and it was like a gym conversation. And then we was like, once we find the spot, it's over. So we just found that spot.
And then like also, the reason why he said it once we found a spot, it was over with is because like.
What do you mean a spot?
Like just a venue.
Okay.
Just a place for somebody to let us rock, you know.
Okay, yeah, because so Homebound, tell everybody what Homebound.
So what we are is just like, so recently in the past year, we started last July, and what we do is we throw parties, we brand them. It's like a breath of fresh air for Savannah, because before we've been doing it, like people throw parties in Savannah, but not like this. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they don't brand it properly. They don't take it as serious. It's just like a one-off party and they move on.
So it's like a community hub that doesn't have like a specific home. Like you can move it around the city.
Exactly. But what I was gonna get into saying is just like we're from around here. I've been living or back and forth. I've been going back and forth from Savannah for like the last 7 years, really. And he's been living here all his life. So, you know, just partying, being out, you know, being in the scene like I mentioned before. I'm a producer. He's a rapper first. We just know what was missing. So by the time it was time for us to do whatever we did, it was just like, we already know what's missing. We know what they're asking for. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's kind of came about, really.
100%. And did you guys, was this idea, did it always incorporate the need for music? Because like I have in CuppingEars, I talk about music a lot and its power. So was that always from day one? That was
definitely.
a key
that's
aspect.
How we met. So it made sense to do everything through music. So
I see.
Why not do parties, even though we're not party people at all?
We're not even really like we become party people doing this shit, but we don't need to party for real. But we just know, like, you know, I've always stood by that aspect of music being a universal language. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So you can communicate with people through music without even speaking the same language as them. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So it's always gonna be music.
See, that's crazy because I made a video yesterday as like a fallback plan, because I was supposed to interview like 3 other people.
Damn.
And they all stopped hitting me up at the same time.
I
was like, fuck. But it's cool. Everyone has their own life.
Yeah, for sure.
But I just got into talk about music, man, and it's amazing because I lived in Mexico for a little bit, and I found that the best way to enter these communities, and I'm a white dude in Mexico, is through music. And that's it's like the easiest way to get into a community, any community.
Sure.
So I come out of Wyoming, which is like in the what even is Wyoming? Half the people in Mexico don't even know it's a state. They're like Miami, Wyoming. No, but I found that I don't know. It's just there's something special about music. So have you guys found a gravitational pull, like in popularity, as like, are people coming in? Are they feeding off this energy of, okay, now we got a community hub where we can listen to music, where we can mingle? Are people reacting to that in a positive way and showing up, showing out?
Yeah, big time. Big time. And that, it's like surprising in a way. Like me and him talk about we literally talk all the time, right? And we literally always say, we literally always say, bro, I can't believe what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Literally, because it's hard. It's like a shocking thing to see in person. Like in real time, we kind of know like it was gonna work, but just to see it happening is just like
unfolding in front of your eyes.
Yeah, people are really fucking with what we're doing. It's just like, you know, like I'm always keep saying about him being a rapper and me being a producer. It's just like we've been doing this for so long and we don't get any gratification from that. You know, like
it's a passion project. It's
big time, and that's what it's always been. That's what it's always gonna be for the most part until we get to a certain level of whatever we're doing. But I just feel as if to see that instant gratification from ideas that we just created in the past month or in the past
unfold in front of your eyes.
Yeah, it's crazy to me.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, very crazy to me.
That's crazy too, because I literally I've been doing daily thoughts on CuppingEars as well, where just kind of stay productive.
Yeah.
And I literally wrote about hobbies today, and I think that the world, it seems like y'all are doing what you guys are passionate about and trying to turn it into a way to make a living.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think that the world would be a better place if more people kind of chase their hobbies and try to make them into livings.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, you're happy, you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. Let's see. Yeah, so and tell me about. So I saw as far as popularity has evolved. I saw y'all got an event next week, correct?
Yeah,
and
it's coming
and
Friday.
and it's sold out, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that. Tell me, everything about it.
So I'm gonna let him speak on that one. Yeah.
You want to rock paper scissors for it or nothing? No, I think it's more surprising than everything, cause I know when I met him, me and him was both like just bubbled in our own bubbles. So like when I cut his head, he at the spot by himself. When he pull up on me, I'm at the spot by myself, and we all just working on shit by ourselves. So for us to start something and it's selling out a day in, an hour, 2 hours in, it's insane.
That's crazy.
We kind of meet these people through music or events, so stuff that people trying to build. Cause Savannah got like a entertainment like face they leaning into.
Definitely.
And it's more of a we making a connection so we can build, like do this next thing, instead of making a connection to be people that want to know each other and actually start
I've noticed that the people in Savannah, I think, and this is why I think this is important, because y'all are creating a platform for these people that are creative but are sticking to themselves more so. So now you guys are offering up a platform for these creative people to come together and start a community off of it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
There's all the stepping stool. Once you see somebody do it, then you feel like you the next person to do it. Cause we don't want to be the main niggas in charge. It's just as long as people see us and be like, well, they can do it, then we can do it. And
exactly. It's more so like for us, it's just like more so setting the standards. Yeah, I think that's what I would like lean towards for us and who we are.
Setting standards as for what?
Just for
everything,
everything, anything entertainment in the city for real. Yeah, because there's a lot of like, and I hate to say this, but and this is like any city. I wouldn't even say this is Savannah, but there's a lot of mediocrity. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I feel like we're in a place.
People are just comfortable.
People are comfortable, but just like not even that. It's just like even in our generation right now, everything is so easy access to do anything to make it seem as if things are what they may seem and they're not. You know what I'm saying? So 100%. I feel like right now we're just trying to keep it genuine and keep it true to who we are and keep it true to what the city is as well, and just like set the standard of what things should be instead of just go on about what we think it should be. You know what I'm saying?
That's super cool. What do you guys think that the city is lacking or the city needs, or do you think the city is losing something? Because I remember you mentioned that you got there's kind of like, I don't know, a gentrification of the culture in Savannah in a sense where like it's kind of getting suppressed, like the original culture, whatever you may call it, is kind of
for sure.
getting pushed down. So can you dive into that a little bit?
I'm from here, so what do you think?
I really think it's lack of intention. So like the culture we did have, even small stuff like we don't do the dance we used to do no more. There's no water whipping it. Like I expect that when we got to the club, it's a certain dance that we do down here that would just be done. Like the music is more Atlanta. Music is more, people that's popular in the mainstream source. Yeah. But when it comes to creativity, people like that intention and purpose of what they want to do.
And identity.
A lot of people feel like it's a lot of shit now where people tell you how to start it and how to get where you're going instead of letting people develop their own journey.
And I feel like this is a big thing that I feel like I'm an avid rap fan, but recently I've really had like big time struggle like listening to rap because I'm like, man, they're saying the same thing that the last dude said, and that dude said the same thing that the dude before said. Because they're kind of like conforming to what the industry wants, right? And there's a humongous lack of creativity, and you see that in, I mean, the biggest example for me right now is rap music. Yeah, because I'm a big time rap fan. And then I want to go listen to some rap music, and I got bored.
Yeah, I mean, I personally feel like, especially with music and me being a real rap fan, studying it. Music always was either defiance or like a way to escape something. And the fact that 100%. It kind of went from that to now, if it worked, I'm gonna jump behind because I'm trying to.
It lacks that individuality.
Yeah. So it just take away from that, and that happened in everything.
Yeah.
People that do events, They see something happen, they take from that and say, "Oh well, I can just do it too." Instead of saying I can do it and make it a part of me, a part of my culture.
You guys are trying to keep your individuality, what makes y'all unique, but also try to chase something that's also popular. It can be both.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's cool, man.
And then also like and that's what Homebound. Just to bring it back to Homebound, it's just like that's what we are as a brand. Like I wouldn't call us a company. I wouldn't call us anything other than a brand. Like that's what we are as a brand. We have our own identity. Like I don't feel like
anyone else
talk
is
my
doing
shit.
this.
He ain't gonna talk this shit like that, but I'm gonna talk my shit. I feel like there's nobody else doing in the city like that. You know what I'm saying?
Not
like,
yet.
Somebody's gonna do it though.
Yeah.
It's just like, and that's why we gotta do.
Because they're gonna see it, and just like back to what we were just talking about. Someone's gonna see that it works, and then
exactly. And then like
snowballs.
I feel like it is a lot of identity and the creativity on our side, but there's a lot of identity, and he knows how I am. There's a lot of identity as far as the business side of things.
Yeah,
people like business.
That's a crazy. Yeah, that's an interesting perspective that I never would have thought about.
Business skills, big time. See, for me, I grew up in a family where, matter of fact, we just celebrated my father being in business. My father owns the company that I work for.
I saw that.
Yeah, he's been in business for 25 years. So
congrats, man. That's awesome.
A part of my identity is business. You know what I'm saying? Like he's drilled business into my brain, and him and my oldest brother has drilled business in my brain since I was a kid. So now it's just like us doing what we're doing. It's just like we taking it by storm by having our own identity on the creative side and the business side, because like we're going into these meetings and damn near demanding shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's just like we built up enough a culture that where we have some type of entitlement to what what's going on in Savannah.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I'm not super entitled to what we should have, but like when you're young and black in the South, we don't get shit that we were supposed to get all the time. You feel what I'm saying? So you kind of got to force it in a sense. So, and that's why we have
and the history, I mean, that's something that's, sorry to cut you off, but the history is something that's, I mean, me coming from Wyoming, where I randomly majored out of, because I didn't want to do any math. My college major is African American and Diaspora Studies, which is just random. So I could read about all this stuff that happened. And some of the stuff even happened in Wyoming, but it's amazing coming down south to where this stuff, and like reading up on the history,
it's a real thing,
where it actually happened. So then seeing two young black individuals chasing something that is bigger than themselves, that is reconstructing a community that less than a generation ago was completely was not existent. That's amazing.
It's cool. I'm more glad that I'm in the right group of people that got their own identity, people that want to see. Because a lot of us, we left at a certain point. He got family. What your brothers grew up California?
My mom's from California.
And once I graduated high school, I went to Vegas. So we kind of go out and see what the bigger cities are doing, and that shit we interested in. We see it on YouTube, we see it on social media, and with us going to see it in person, it's like, why can't we do it at home? These people making that type of money, why can't we make that money? They make it look cool, why can't it be us?
And that's what I mean about a sense of entitlement. Like we don't expect things from people. Don't get me wrong. We're not waking up every day and hoping people give us handouts. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is just like, if we're working hard and we've seen other people get the same opportunities that we should be getting, why aren't we getting those opportunities? Why can't we do those? Why can't we do these things? Why can't we play at this venue? Why can't we get a certain amount of money? Like, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of like blockage in a sense in the South.
And I bet like an opportunity where people think that they could take advantage of you guys, especially coming in young, and they think that like, okay, I could get some free entertainment out of these cats.
Yeah, and they have. Yeah, and I'm not afraid to say that. Like there are people in the city that have taken advantage of what we built and what we have, and that's okay in a sense, because like it's nothing gonna stop us. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a detour in the road.
Yeah,
like
it's a building block. Yeah,
exactly.
It's a building block. That's awesome. And as far as, so you guys, like you said, you guys have an event coming up this Friday. And it's sold out. Do you mind if I ask how many people? I mean, what is sold out?
So we got two different events. One of the events is, and this is like the first of its kind in the city. We haven't really even talked about that yet. We just been doing. But this is like the first of its kind in the city where we have a party. So we're gonna have a party. It's at a private location. I may or may not can say it's a private location, but it is at a store. Yeah, and that's like that's never happened.
Damn.
Yeah, it's inside a vintage store here in Savannah. That's gonna be like 50 people. We got to keep it like because of
it's a store.
Yeah, but that's more so like
start stealing shit.
Yeah, exactly. We just don't want a lot of bullshit.
Yeah,
but that's more so like for the content we need. Like, not only are we trying to take over Savannah, but we also want content for like YouTube and shit like that.
Yeah,
you know, just like YouTube 100%. Content that we can post and people catch
for the world, so it's not confined to just
one city. Exactly. 100%. But then after that, we're gonna rock out at Club 51. And that should be around 150 people. That's not sold out yet.
Crazy.
So if you put this out before Friday, please buy a ticket.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link.
Whenever you see this, send me the link.
Yeah.
And it's not like I have a huge I mean, honestly, though, well, I pulled up to Savannah with like 100 followers on CuppingEars. Yeah. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm at now, but random people were just like, all from Savannah, out of the people, like y'all that I interviewed, they all, it's like more than half of my fucking hometown.
Yeah, but we knew though. We knew right when we met you, we already knew what you're trying to get into. It's just like, bro, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I mean, and then you went to hoop too. Like, we saw this man hooping. Hey, you was missing, but we knew.
It was a dial that day, but I promise I'll run it back.
Nah, no need what. We know. When you're a hooper, you just know. Yeah, we like one dribble, turn around.
You can hoop too.
Yeah, for sure. That man was hooping like a
that one. Who's that? That one big buff dude, white dude with no shirt.
Oh, he was
mauling you. He was mauling you. Sweat, bro, and he was like, he had sunburn on his stomach. So he was all like peeling, bro. I was
he was talking shit the whole time too.
I was like, bro, I'm not guarding him. I'm gonna get some like skin follicles on me.
2 instincts before South Park. It was too much.
That's hilarious.
And I would like to say too, you doing some super cool shit that just don't happen in Savannah.
Yeah.
You going to meet people wherever you meet them at, and they getting that following, and they telling people about you. That's it's gonna grow.
Yeah, it's gonna grow. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when you got that.
Yeah. Man, I mean, and this is why I saw the Homebound stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there's a big similarity, even though we're doing a little bit differently as far as like I don't even have an end goal, but as far as like our product is a little bit differently, but it's very similar. I mean, CuppingEars is very focused in community and how we can keep individual communities as unique and beautiful to themselves, but also how could we kind of promote that to the rest of the world and share it so people are accepting, interested, dare I say, loving of a community, but also to a point where they don't have to take ownership of it, right? So like I can love, for example, I could love Japanese culture. I could be interested. I could like the food, the music, the nightlife, whatever it may be, and I can appreciate that. But I don't have to like take it as my own. So I still have my culture, my tradition, my heritage. They still have theirs. But then there's that crossroad where like, okay, we can still enjoy each other's and not take from each other, not suppress each other.
Right, yeah.
And I think music, to go back to Homebound and what y'all are doing, music is a great way to do that. Because you guys are bringing people together with something like you said is a universal language.
Yeah.
And people show out for that. And people show up for that. And people love that. And I think, man, it's a beautiful thing. And I think the world is lacking that connection in a sense, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's getting better though.
Yeah.
But it's 100%. Just like it's getting better in a sense, but like it's a lot of shit that's very performative too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I hate. It's just like a lot of shit gets lost in the sauce because of the bullshit. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? That at least you know the music is happening and like the connection.
100%. Well, and there has to be a certain extent of like entertainment. You know, like for the beginning, I was just making videos of me just talking. In like 5 views, and I wasn't blaming anybody because I was like, I wouldn't watch me. I didn't even rewatch the videos that I took of myself. So I was like, how do I expect anyone else to watch that video? You know?
That mean a lot too. Cause look at it in the sense of like Doechii, her whole career beforehand, she was on YouTube videos in high school, just walking around with a camera. I got a friend that comes to the event. He was walking around with a camera in high school. We didn't realize that was important shit. It's a timestamp. They help show off personality. And like you never know. I probably was in the video and I could be something big. And it's like, oh well, I went to school with him. It's a good example. Doechii, I'm pretty sure it's a great example. So it's like you doing those videos 5 years ago. It's just a roadmap.
Yeah,
With
exactly.
you not having an end goal, I actually think that's the best thing possible because you got so many different avenues. You can pick
So many,
Yeah.
sometimes
And then,
fucking
like,
too many, man. I swear.
it's not really about what you do anyway. It's about who you are for real.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
who you are, what your roots are, like the principles you stand by, and that's the bottom line. I was just talking about this with my homeboy the other day. It's just like, all right, so with Homebound, like I'm like one of the main DJs, so I'm like the face of whatever Homebound represents, right? That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? So motherfucker getting a little bit more emotion, getting a little bit more attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think I've been
I'm
dealing.
so-
Yeah, I've been dealing. This man crazy. I've been dealing with that for the past maybe like month because I'm just not used to all the attention. You know, I picked
I
a
see.
role where, as me being a producer, I picked a role where I'm usually in the back.
Yeah, you're not.
Anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so for me to be a DJ, it's just like this is weird to be a face of anything. You feel what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying?
now you're in front of the people. You're performing.
Exactly. So when they think of Homebound, they usually think of me, which I'm still kind of trying to adjust to that. But yeah, which is true.
You got it.
Yeah, but I was talking to one of my homies the other day about it, and we came to the conclusion it's just like, you know, everybody's medium is different. It just so happens that my medium just happens to be more so glorified. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like, but everybody can make an impact through each other's mediums, and it doesn't matter if it's glorified or not. Like what I was just saying about my father, like my father's been in this business for 25 years as an HVAC technician.
Congrats, yo! Shout out as HVAC.
Just heating and air.
Heating and air in Savannah.
And no, in South Carolina, but mostly
South Carolina heating and air.
Yeah, you feel me?
If
Low
your
country.
AC goes out.
One of the only black companies. One of the only black companies in the low country, man. Yeah, he really did his thing.
25 years.
As a professional, but like even with me working under him or working in his company for the past 7 years, bro, like I've met so many people that he's impacted in a non-glorified role. You know what I'm saying? That's a medium where he's not. Nobody glorifies an HVAC technician unless it's hot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, if they're hot, now it's different. Like, oh shit, HVAC technician. Yeah, he pulled up. Yeah, he pulled up. But
Save
my life.
Save my life.
Like this,
Yeah, on God. But just like,
and
and like me dealing with that, me dealing with the attention of being in a glorified role, I just need to focus on impacting people. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, how you carry yourself has to be so much different.
Big time.
Like you have to carry yourself at a certain standard.
Yeah, you're a leader.
Even when there's not cameras around.
Yeah, you're a leader, bro.
Yeah.
You become a leader. So it's just like my focus should be on who I am as a person, the principles that I stand by, you know, shit like that. Like the real shit. You feel what I'm saying? Not the shit that may look good or sound good and shit of that nature. You feel what I'm saying?
That's beautiful. Yeah. I mean, 100%. I think we see that. That's pretty common. You kind of get to see people's true character and true self because everyone has such access to be famous, to be an influencer, to be famous on Instagram, TikTok, whatever it may be. And you end up getting a lot more like douchebags and assholes than you get like truly real. And I think that's why we get like, what do people say? Like they made the wrong ones famous or whatever. Like there's so many people that are famous out here that really, I mean, in my opinion, and I'm trying to get away from criticizing too much and criticizing too many people, but like I see some shit on the internet and I'm just like, man, what are we doing?
Yeah,
I'm like, this is insane. Like I'm like, this is just like so wild. Like,
these people leading our future.
100%.
Kids, you know what I'm saying? Like these people 100%. Are leading them, teaching them.
When they have such an impact to the whole world, just like we were talking about earlier. Like,
but I mean, that's what entertainment is. A lot of people, entertainment is a thing where, what I can say, like in me and his sense, we interview watchers, behind the scene watchers, you know, shit like that. But when you see people in the main front, you kind of see what's glorified instead of seeing the work, the people that's behind it. Yeah. You get to see people be assholes. You get to see people be flawed all the time. And you think that's just what it is. And you don't realize how much work is getting done behind the scenes.
100%.
So if I feel like it should be like a push, you know, maybe even like in rap. Rap was a big, this shit easy thing. Everybody was talking about how this shit was easy. I make money is easy. I fuck those is easy. Everything is easy. But nobody talk about what need to get done.
100%.
Unless you're Jeezy. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not just a light skinned curly headed nigga that DJs, man. I promise. I do way more. He's not just a guy that stands by me in the DJ booth. I promise he do. He does way more.
Yeah, just in the back too. Dude in the boiler rooms, bro.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
I look like Rob.
Some crazy drugs, bro.
I promise you, we do way more than what you see, bro.
No, that's cool, man. Well, I mean, and that's what that's what has to happen for community. People think they could just build a community off of like just showing up to somewhere and just being there.
Yeah.
But there has to be some work, there has to be some plan,
For sure.
some road work,
Yeah.
and there has to be there has to be a pull, which is what you guys are working to do. There has to be a pull to build that community. You can't just show up and expect people to tune in and hop on. And,
I mean,
excited.
you gotta do your job. Yeah, you gotta do your job to entertain, bro.
There's always going to be work.
Yeah,
you can still love the work.
Yeah, for sure, exactly. And it boils down to like discipline and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line. It's just like what I've noticed. A lot of people, like I've catered the last 3 years of my life, maybe like 3-4 years of my life, to like become disciplined in the shit that I want to do. Because like all my life, I feel like I've always said I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, and I don't discipline myself to do it. And I feel like a lot of people just lack discipline. You know what I'm saying? 100%. They say they want to do things and they really don't. You know what I'm saying?
100%. They don't want to put in the time.
Nah, not at all. It's just like they don't really understand it. And that's sad to say and that's sad to see. That's why we want to, come to your platform and talk about it, because like there's a lot of people who just don't get it. Yeah, a lot of people never had that person in their life to teach them discipline. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't really knock people for not having discipline. It's more so like
that's like
trying to be a good example.
Exactly.
You know
man, and that's beautiful as well, because same thing where we go back to social media and who's famous. You have such a variety of people, and they might not be technical good leaders, but they are, and people listen to them. And I think I found a lot in comedy recently, where like, I mean, in comedy forever, and it's kind of what makes it funny, but it's hard to get comedy without like roasting the shit out of somebody, without someone being the butt of a joke.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, it's a beautiful thing to make comedy, to make art that's not like suppresses someone else, that's not making someone else at the butt end of your joke, or I don't know if that makes sense at all.
That make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's no need. I mean, you don't got to tear people down, but it's just like, like I said, just be a good leader, be a good example, and understand. I'm trying to do a better job and I'm the same way as you. I'm trying to do a better job at understanding and like having more patience for folks, because like not everybody was fortunate to have like leaders in their life, or not everybody's fortunate enough to have like just a good example at all. 100%. You know what I'm saying? So like understand that about people and just do your best to kind of lead by example. That's all.
100%, man. Yeah, it's the variety in human existence is pretty amazing, man.
Yeah, man.
I see a lot of kids where I'm like, where the fuck is your mom? But then like,
hey man, a lot of these streamers, bro. A lot of these streamers.
Maybe they don't even have a mom. I don't know. But I'm like, that's where I'm trying to get to a point where I'm not criticizing people as much.
Exactly, because you never know.
You never know.
But streamers, I don't know what the fuck to say about this.
I'm just like, man.
It's an easy medium. It's an easy ass medium.
Medium, but like, don't get
just,
me wrong. Now, I respect the craft. Like, and that's what I was telling my homie. My homie said the other day, man, I think I want to start streaming. I said, man, don't get it twisted. Like, they don't do a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Like, it doesn't take discipline to sit there all the time and just like be in front of people and like be perceived and shit like that. That's a lot of work. Yeah. But it's just like, it's crazy. It's still something I'm trying to get used to.
It is a little bit of an odd. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, podcasting is too.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
that's exactly. Like who the fuck? Yeah. I was about to bring up Joe Rogan. Like, who the fuck is who the fuck is I?
Literally. Everybody opinion shouldn't be blasted out.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, a lot of shit should just be conversations between you and your partners.
Yeah.
Niggas say dumb shit all the time. We talk about dumb shit all the time.
All the
That's
time.
why we should start a podcast.
Exactly. Well, and like, I think your tone coming into that is very important, because it's just like we're talking about what we're doing, how we want to do it, and why we do it. But we're not saying like this is the right way to do it. We're trying to find the right way to do it. Maybe we will never even find the right way to do it. But I do think a lot of the fucking people that stream, that are on podcasts, that put out content think that they're doing it the right way, which rubs a lot of people wrong, and which is something that I try not to do with CuppingEars, but I find myself doing a lot because I'm like, you dumbasses, do this, I'm right, and I'm like, no one wants to listen to that. No one wants to be told that they're doing shit wrong and I'm doing it right.
Yeah, for sure.
Who the fuck am I? Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's impact. Everybody want to be impactful, but not realizing that everything is impactful. My basketball coach impacted my life. The custodian at the school impacted.
What's up with it, man?
Like everybody's impactful.
Hell yeah.
What you doing over here?
My man.
That's what's up. You with your family? Your mama here too? Oh, okay. That's what's up. I've been good, man. Yeah. I'm right down the road. You in Bark? Where you at? You haven't seen? Okay. All right, but yeah. No, I just moved back about last year. I moved back to Barkerville last year. Yeah. What you in that Charger? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Well, it's good to see you though, gang. Yeah. You from my hometown, man.
Small world, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I was serving a table the other day, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And this dude was like, we get to talk with the table, and I was like, "Are you guys from the area?" They're like, "Yeah, we're from here." Like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Wyoming."
Yeah.
He's like, "Man, this is a stretch, but how old are you?" I was like, "I'm 23." He's like, "Do you know a kid named Sam?" And then said his last name, and I was like, "I know exactly who that is. I grew up with this kid. Random. Just got sat at my section.
Damn.
Pulled up. I'm like, I mean, I've never spent any time here. I'm new here. It's a crazy small world."
Yeah.
But what you were saying is you're saying about impact. Like your basketball coach, what were you saying?
No, yeah, everybody impactful. It don't gotta be I was saying it in the sense like you don't have to do what's like aesthetically pleasing to be impactful. You can
I see.
You can run into somebody.
100%.
You can have a sentence you say, a change in nigga life.
Man.
You just never know.
Man.
So I hate the fact that whatever is important right now, the rappers, the streamers, the podcasters, everybody jump onto that and feel like, oh, I can make an impact on people's lives.
Yeah.
Go do some regular shit. Just
For real. Just be a good person in your daily life. Yeah.
Yeah, just go talk to people. That's enough impact right there. You trying to do it in the mass majority, that's not how that works.
And that's pretty cool. It seems like y'all are kind of doing the same thing because you guys don't have, with your party or your pre-party, whatever the first thing is, this event, that's not a humongous crowd, but that's 50 people. Like, I like to think, and my friend gave me this, or put this into my head. He's like, people think that like 3,000 views is nothing. Now imagine yourself speaking in front of 3,000 people. Same with 50. If I think 50 people is nothing, imagine like everyone is focusing on me. 50 people. That's a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
And that's a huge impact in a lot of people's life, and those people touch other people as well.
Exactly.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Completely different thing.
Yeah. Well, hell yeah, man. I really appreciate you guys coming out and talking with me, taking time out of your day, man.
Hope
we can meet again.
Yeah, this was nothing.
Always hit us up. We'll do it again.
100%. Yeah, no, let's do it again once I get better at whatever this is.
You already great, man.
Yeah, you already good. Yeah.
We'll get.
Two of those questions.
Yeah, bro, I didn't even look down.
Yeah, even look down. Exactly. So
But we'll run it back soon, man. But to everybody listening, Homebound, Savannah, Homebound worldwide. Fuck it.
Come on, worldwide.
International.
Let's go. So, yeah, check them out. It's Homebound on Instagram, on all the socials and shit.
Homebound. Is it HMBD?
HMBD.sav.
Yeah.
HMBD.sav.
.sav. All right, cool. So check them out.
Yes,
Much
sir.
love, y'all.
Homegrown for sure.
We're homegrown, nigga.